Hello everyone, welcome back to the Buddyhood Brawl League Season 2. My name is Karond and we are here looking at Crimdrac versus Hole-Poker. We're gonna follow this game from Crimdrac's perspective. As you can see here in blue, we have Hunters and Prey, which means that both players are divided up into groups of into 3 groups. And as you can see here, Crimdrac has 97 morale while Hole-Poker has considerably more at 144. Let's quickly take a look at the league table as it stands now. You can see that they are playing the very last game in Division 1 between themselves, and Hole-Poker has a 4th place right now, gonna end up in 2nd place here if he wins, which everyone expects him to. While Crimdrac is stuck at the very bottom of the table, and he is actually the player that has performed worst so far. So it's going to be interesting to see here. We see that Pinky here at least has quite a few levels on him. So it's not that he has low levels. It's the first Cult of the Possessed player that we cast here in the league. And all of them have been doing relatively poorly. I say that this is the last game for Division 1 because after this we're going to switch. And what happens then is that you take top 6 players of Division 1 and Division 2. Who are guaranteed to go to the playoffs, and then go to a division called Upper Division, and then they play out another league there, 11 games as well. While the bottom 6 players of each league, including Crimdrac, is going to go to a lower division, where the top 4 players who win out there is going to, excuse the little mouse marker, yeah, sorry, something Crimdrac was doing. And the top 4 players, they're going to go to the playoffs. So we're going to see what happens here. I think everyone expects Hole-Poker to do really well for himself in this game. Yeah, it's pretty much already decided, I think. You can see that Crimdrac has Wordstone Rush as an objective, and I don't really know what Hole-Poker has, but we're going to ask a question soon and see if we can get an answer from both of them. If anyone picked it up. Oh wow, we see the 2 tanky henchmen here and an ogre for Hole-Poker. Yeah, that doesn't do too much damage. Oh wow, look at that, Tord Iron Fist, 75 to 81 damage. That's gonna really hurt, even for Cornholio here, who, like the Pinky, the other brethren, seems to have a decent amount of levels on him. Yeah, that tickles. But is currently using white cloth and a white bow, it seems like. I guess Crimdrac has been looted clean by all of the other players, and that's kind of a cumulative effect, you know? I mean, it's not all about how you do as well. If you start doing poorly, chances are that you start doing even more poorly. Yes, you do get an extra PvE game, according to the rules. Like, in the rules right now, after each PvP that the players are playing, they get 1 PvE game. But whoever loses a game here, they get 2 PvE games instead, so you get a further chance to catch up. See a pretty powerful Chaos Spawn here. What could he be? Level 4-ish? If it goes down, we're gonna see. So Wordstone Rush, it's kind of odd, isn't it? I don't think Crimdrac is fully aware of where the deployments ends up, but he did see where Hole-Poker's one of his units groups are. You always know that one group is right next to the wagon, and the third group is on this particular map with this particular setup is always going to be in the bottom left corner for Hole-Poker. That's where he's going to set up as well. Using this, I mean, Hole-Poker's units here could get sandwiched by the 2 groups of Crimdrac, the one by his wagon and the one that we saw with the archer. But why would you want to? Why would you want to sandwich the ogre and the 2 heavy armored warriors? It would be better to try and retreat with the archer group that we saw and pull towards the lower left corner as fast as possible. And the Chaos Spawn went into the top left corner instead, which is not a good direction to go in. Hole-Poker units are no doubt on their way towards the middle right position here to catch these units up. Muto the second. Kinda like it's not that bad. It seems to have Piercer and Crown of Bones, so he's at least level 4, but it's not level 7. Decent mutations. Piercer here is not gonna be... Well, it's gonna be good because you bypass parry, and I think most of Hole-Poker's warband is parry. But yeah, it reduces ranged assist, and you do have 2 brethren. So it could work out. Could be a nice compliment. Wow. So here we see the first level 0 unit of Crimdrac. We don't know what the rating difference here is between them, but I would expect it to be brutal or deadly. It should really, yeah, you should go in this direction, but not alone. Like a level 0 Dark Soul is not gonna do anything against the whole group there. It needs to support with another group. Hopefully Crimdrac does that. But judging by how he used his most northern group here, and this is the last unit, he seems to be setting up an ambush here. Why? On this Flam the 9th is also level 0. I kind of like the names. I wonder if that's an indication of Crimdrac's misery. Maybe this is... the other one was named 8, right? So it's not like there has been 8 more Flams before him. I don't think so. But there might have been a few characters. Let's see if we see a 14th or 16th character coming up. Flem the 5th. Alright. Seem to have that kind of name, all of them, except for Billy the Chaos Spawn. You know, you see on the leftmost screen there is a big stack of Wordstone. Like, why doesn't Crimdrac try to go for that objective? And if he would have catched one of Hole-Poker's units off guard. Like, forget about the Ogre. Like, the Ogre has 5 movement at the start. Why give him these targets? You know, he's setting up this little ambush there for the Ogre, and you know that the Ogre is gonna come through, but really, like, there's no damage that you can do to that Ogre and survive it. One of the mutant or Dark Soul is gonna do a charge, and then they're gonna die. And then they're gonna go pick on the next one. Here we go. Here comes the Ogre. Talked about this a little bit in the discussion table talk, the power of the Ogre, and I think that they are definitely the strongest impressive in this particular way of looking at the game, and in this particular format, I mean. And I think that because he's so incredibly tanky, like if you build him right, light armor, helmet, maybe guard stance, maybe ignore pain, maybe boosting him with a winter shield from the wolf piston, like not even other impressives will be able to kill you. So you have an unmovable, unkillable object that kills 1 unit a turn. That's extremely powerful. Okay, do we do... Oh, might we have... Is this a desync? I don't know, it's not. Good. Well, at least it did some damage too. That's gonna accumulate. But look at this. Yeah. That's not nice. It looks actually like a purple great hammer. And there we go. The first kill of the day. You can see that he was indeed level 0. Remember that this mutant has attacks, 1 attack left over. Maybe he didn't want to attack into him, since the mutant only has 1 target anyway. See some follow-up heavy armored warriors coming in. Yeah, this little group here, they're dead. As soon as they provoke the ogre, they're just dead. Like, why stay there? Why stay there? I have no idea. Usually what happens in this kind of setup is that the Hole-Poker's group here that are deployed by the wagon, they probably move towards that position as well. That always happens. Because you know you're gonna be sandwiched from the south otherwise, then you want to make a system like that. Seems they've gotten a few levels as well. This Magister hasn't mastered Weapon of Destruction. That's unfortunate. It's really good compared with the Chaos Spawn here. Maybe he lacks the money. Because he's definitely more than level 4, so he should be able to. Seems to have Slicer and the Eye as his mutations. Does he have anything else? No, he doesn't. So he's also at least level 4, possibly a bit more, but not level 7. Because he only has 2 mutations, and they seem to support that. Slicer, which is a really good mutation. It acts, you up your damage, so it's like a sword. It's minus 9% melee resistance if you fail a poison check against it, and it has a plus 12% hit chance. Or with the purple armband this is. That looked like a white armband. And the Eye is pretty decent as well. Yes, you can only use cloth, but you do get crit resistance plus 10 and plus 10 initiative. And crit resistance is something it's an expensive skill, and not too many players in this league have taken it to their own disadvantage, I feel. A lot of people seem to be getting stunned and critted all over the place, and those characters usually die off. Especially with a progression like this, if you get open wounds, then you have a higher chance of catching an injury. And I see that some players, they do misunderstand what open wounds is. When you've taken a critical and you survive it, you have minus 10% hit chance with ranged and melee for the rest of the game. Yes, but after the game, when the rolls start to take, some people seem to like, oh yeah, my character got open wounds. No, I didn't get open wounds. Open wounds is not an injury. It's just telling you that before you roll on the injury table, this character has open wounds. So he has a 10% chance of getting something worse. Like, imagine if it's a table and you roll a 100-sided die, and if you roll 100, you're dead, and if you roll a 0 to 30 or something, you get full recovery. And so you just roll the die, and then you add plus 10 to it. That's more or less what it is for each open injury, and then you can see that you have a much higher chance of getting something bad, and that's just what the game tells you. See, one of the famous young bloods here has skipped out on his dueling pistols and seemed to be carrying a bow now. I think if I was in Hole-Poker's place here facing Crimdrac, I would have expected a win, and I think that everyone expects Hole-Poker to win here effortlessly. So he's probably brought in a lot of reserves, trying to level them up a bit. Although this seems to be the main young blood, I think. Don't really know. Adrenaline Rush, a very nice skill, and we can see the Mewtwo the second is almost dead. And what hope does the other brethren really have at that point? Okay, he should just run for it. They should have run for it in the last time. I mean, you could probably have delayed them with the level 0 Dark Soul, but trying to pull together your team before Hole-Poker's slow units would have been great. Going to the lower left corner would have been perfect. I think that is what Crimdrac should be doing, but he doesn't know that the group is there, I think. But maybe he could have been lured by the Wardstone. Should always try and complete the objective if you can, and the Wardstone Rush is the perfect objective to get. as well. Since it's easy to catch, and even if you are inferior, you could potentially make it. I don't know why he's climbing up here. Is this a sign that he's committing most of his warband towards the ogre and the two warriors here? Because if so, I think that's a mistake. And you already know that they are up there by your other units. They're not down here anymore, and why would they return? Yeah, run for it, Cornholio. Run for it. Just run. Oh, you saw that? I saw you saw that the Alfred Standard here, or unstandard, he had a bonus, and he had the idol bonus. So he has taken Hole-Poker's idol. So I think there might be 2 or 3 more characters come. Don't shoot at the ogre. Like you're never gonna bring down the ogre. Like almost no matter what you do. Yeah, this character is not getting away either then. At least it could dissuade Hole-Poker from using the ogre more. If you could get him down to a low enough hit points, then Hole-Poker will just run away and hide him. We saw that Hole-Poker did that against Kirenpa when his captain was almost dead. Speaking of the captain, yeah, this is not gonna end well. It doesn't even hit. Well, yeah, there was not too much of a hit chance, but still. And locking down the brethren, I assume. Yeah. Alright. Actually, we talked about Wordstone Rush here. And I think Stormraven did it against Hole-Poker. He managed to, even though Stormraven lost 4-0, he managed to get the secondary objective of Wordstone Rush. Could always try and do that. Let's skip ahead a little bit. And as we had a short pause here for 2 minutes, when Hole-Poker finished up, I learned that Hole-Poker seemed to have gotten marked of death. I hope for him that one of the characters that he've killed now, one of the two, are part of that. Because he should know that Crimdrac doesn't have too much in the way of morale. And if he kills the wrong units that pose no real danger to him, then he's making a mistake. Then he's making sure that he's not going to get the secondary. Wow, look at this! Flem the 5th? I didn't even notice that. Do you see the damage? Wait until he comes back and you will see. As he starts moving around. 63 to 74 on a low level guy here. This is a purple greatsword. That could hurt. It's only one attack, but could still hurt. Yeah, since we haven't seen Crimdrac pick up any stones, see that Hole-Poker already has 8, 9. Yeah. And I think the units here that we're seeing with the question marks, I think they are the ones in the bottom left corner. The units that Crimdrac could have surrounded. And they would have been a good choice to surround, because you can't really surround the wagon group. It's all about this group with the ogre, or the one in the bottom lower bottom corner. Those are the ones that Crimdrac could have surrounded with 2 of his groups. And the ogre group, yeah, I don't want to surround them. I think not when you saw the captain and those, you knew that they were incoming from the wagon as well, so you only had a limited amount of time. And of course they are, you know, really tanky, so why go after them? Go to the lower left group and you could have gotten them, and this group, the two warriors and this ogre, they would never ever have been able to catch up in time. They take such a long time on them to move. With 5 movement, oh my god. Okay, a delay. What is the purpose of the delay? Is that an indication that... No, I don't think so. You know, when it comes to Marked of Death, so he picked up something in the first tier from the level 0 henchman. I don't think that was actually the token. Yeah, see, it's still there. And since it already took a turn, of course there wouldn't be anything on there. Not in the second one either. And he's being kind and not taking him stuff. But in my experience, Marked of Death, it tends to almost always pick the high level units. And so we could expect it to be, for example, the Chaos Spawn is probably in there. As well as maybe the Magister. It could have been that the Mutant here was actually one of the Marked for Death choices. I don't really know which targets there is. Yeah, not like he has anything. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. C minus 15 here. That means that that character was level 6. So that could also have been a Marked for Death choice. It doesn't really discriminate between leaders and impressives and stuff. Maybe it factors in the total amount of wounds, and maybe it's leaning more towards heroes and impressives and leaders, but I think it's mostly down to levels actually when you get Marked for Death. It's also not a very fun thing. I mean, it's not very fun. It could be fun to have as an objective. It's definitely doable, certainly more than Crush the Will, but sometimes you can be really screwed over. Marked for Death is randomized, so it could be 1 target or up to 3 targets. You know, getting 3 specific targets without trying to kill much else is going to be very difficult. I'm not sure I like that position for the Chaos Spawn. I think one of the cool things with the Chaos Spawn roaming around on his own is that maybe Hole-Poker has left something vulnerable behind that line. We only saw the captain go through, and we saw the young blood standing over there, but maybe there is something else, something weak, something squishy. Maybe there's like a new hero or a low-level henchman or something that he's protecting in the back line, and then the Chaos Spawn shows up from nowhere, charges the target and do 2 more attacks and then kill it. Surprised though that Bossman Rico here did not deploy next to the Chaos Spawn. Wow, that's nice. Blue shield, cool. Also, I got a 59 gold from earlier before we started seeing this. Also nice. Yeah. At this point, the ambush doesn't matter for the Magister. It's actually nice to go into the ambush because he has 7 red pills. So if someone triggers the ambush, he gets the ambush attack and 1 more, and if they manage to avoid the ambush and go right into him, he still gets 2 attacks back. So provided it's a hero, of course. Yeah, Pinky, what are you gonna do here? think he has... I mean, he's at least level 8. You can see that because he has 5 red pills. So he's at least level 8. And I think that it could be a blue bow, but I think it's more likely it's actually a white, and he just has a high ballistic skill. Oh, at least he can pick up something here. What is it? 55 gold. That's also very nice. There's something Crimdrac probably needs is gold. At least to master weapon of destruction. Yeah, I don't think anyone is gonna... Like, why would the ogre or the warriors come back this way? Like, why? And if they did, it would just trigger them to go after you, even if you're a little bit faster than them. It's like really... It's not really worth it. Because the ogre and the 2 warriors, they've just joined up with the captain and the young blood and probably 1 or 2 more units behind them. So why? Yeah. Don't do it too much, no? Yeah, you need to not be there. Yeah, just back away as far away as possible, and then use Overwatch to get another bloop. Yeah, it's still not far enough. It's not far enough. It's not far enough. Move! Come on! Yeah, climb up, and then do Overwatch. Climb up, Overwatch. Ah! Oh, it's such a poor position for Crimdrac. That is a very valuable henchman to Crimdrac, and it could be a mark for that target because he seems to be the highest leveled unit here. Just gonna send off a big red flag to Hole-Poker, who is actually not that far from routing Crimdrac. Not much music in this game. I kind of like that sometimes. Wish the sound was a little bit louder though. Yeah, don't know what he's doing right now. Oh, he's probably spotted the chaos spawn by now because we're seeing it from the chaos spawn's perspective. And he's jumping down. Is he gonna start shooting at him? Wow, this is really boring to watch. Come on. Single Overwatch somewhere. Gonna move ahead a little bit, see if something happens. Yeah, it took a while with the captain, but the 2 other units at 44 initiative from Hole-Pokers, they just quickly ended their turn. I think it's the units in the... if he goes by a little bit further south here, he will probably see them. Yeah, you can see that all of the wordstone there, it has disappeared. Did anyone see that disappear? So one of the units must have seen it from Crimdrac. So there are units down there, just as I said. I wish that you can see Hole-Poker has at least joined up 2 of his groups into an efficient kill team. Look at the spread of Crimdrac's units. They are all over the place, all over the map. They're easy pickings for that group, and he's advancing towards them one by one. He's gonna be careful with this one. He doesn't want to lose the purple greatsword, I assume. Alright, one of the marksmen has seen him. Could it be that the marked for death choices might have been the mutant, could it be the chaos spawn, or That brethren who locked himself up and failed to climb up. He's locked down by the wall. Are those the marks for that choices? Just trying to get into a piece of mind here of how Hole-Poker might be thinking of this particular situation. Like, he's definitely chasing the objective here. Hopefully the mutant was one of them for him. Crimdrac is not looking for the objective, but he has picked up a fair bit of gold on his pinky brethren and the Magister so far. I think he also has gold on one of the other units. Where is the ogre? Yeah, we don't get to see much. These are the two, I think, heavy armored warriors that follow the ogre around. At least one of them, the last one here, is in full view of the brethren because he was shot at by the brethren with a hand shot. Minus 10% hit chance. It's a decent offensive skill. Like, it's not the best one, but it's one that's always useful at the very least. It's always useful. Particularly if you are a little bit difficult to hit yourself. Now these Dark Souls aren't like that because they're having 200 weapons all the time because they are so low level. Yeah, he still made it in there. Yeah, Pinky, too bad for you. You're level 8 or 9 henchman that's locked in combat with some shiny gold on him. At the very least, only one unit can engage him from the street. Yeah, that would have been a good choice, Crimdrac. Not ambush, but overwatch, as it is by ranged weapon. Yeah, wasn't paying attention and lost out a little bit there. That's true.
A new round has started.
Okay, Chaos Spawn, what can you do? Can you turn the tide around here some? I think Hole-Poker has probably retreated with any unit worth a damn inside the building. We do see one of the... Is that the warrior or the captain to the left in the house? That's the captain. That's the captain. See that from the fancy hat. Yeah, whatever you do, don't stay in the open. Wow. Like, yeah... Oh, you know what he just did? The problem with that choice is that Hole-Poker's units just gonna turn up, shoot, and then go back inside the building. Like, that's all they're gonna do. So you just lost another 200 wounds on that Chaos Spawn. That was a bit unnecessary, I have to say. That was very unnecessary. Nice, picking up some decent loot here. It's not any purples, but and it's not anything enchanted. But maybe he wants it to. Well, I think Crimdrac would probably be happy with anything that's enchanted. I doubt he has picked up the library or has any enchantments to speak of, or the gold to use it. Maybe. See, the whole team is gathered for Hole-Poker in the top right corner. The exception of the warrior there locking down the brethren. Yeah, he really needs to... Why didn't he start with the Magister next to the Chaos Spawn? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, you can pick up some more loot here. Next turn. Yeah, why not? Stay hidden, stay hidden, stay hidden. Go and loot, loot, loot. Well, there is an opportunity here to go into the warrior that ties down your brethren. Maybe you can get there with some units. Like, you have the purple greatsword Dark Soul coming up. He's relatively okay, you couldn't actually reach him. I wonder if you couldn't have reached him if you walked a different path, maybe a more efficient path. Anyway, that's what we have right now. Here we go. Yeah, just staying inside the building and starting shooting down the chaos bomb. We knew that was gonna happen. Wordstone Horns is at least good. Plus 5% range resistance. It gets more difficult to hit with each shot. Down to 92% now. Will he use another one with Adrenaline Rush? Yes, he will. Should be 87 now. Let's see. It is. Still hits though. Took an unnecessary amount of damage, a bit over 100 damage. Poof. That's that. If he's not careful here, the captain will never want to go into the chaos spawn unless he knows that he can kill him in like one strike. Because he don't want to brave the terror and, you know, web of steel against someone who goes past any kind of web of steel is not ideal. He's definitely gonna shoot him though with other marksmen. Maybe he has another one too. At this point I think it's all about mitigating the damage that Crimdrac is going to take. Like, at least the Magister might survive. He's looted a little bit. Still needs to lose a bit more here. I mean, you do need to lose what? 19 more morale? That could be just the chaos spawn, to be honest. Could be enough with just the chaos spawn. It seems to be of a certain level enough. Chaos spawn can't reach in here. But you have to be careful not standing too far, because you have a zone of control around each character. And you could probably get to that door frame. And if you have anything poking out from there, then you could be attacked. It's the same. Some of these stairs, it's possible if you wiggle a little bit to get up there with a chaos spawn. This guy seems to have a pretty decent amount of damage too for a level 0 unit. He should... is that... could be a blue great hammer. I don't think it's purple, but it could be a blue great hammer. I think so. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's happening here. Like, it's... That's half the time and Crimdrac hasn't even moved. Is he AFK or something? I guess this is... yeah, if you have to go, you have to go. I don't know. Like, where is he? Did he just stop playing? Yeah, that was... yeah, not too much effort going into this move, I can say that. Just have a countdown of 90 seconds, that's all it was. like if you're going to go AFK for a short moment, just let your other opponent know. Maybe he can use up all of his time. Like just sit idle until it runs out whenever he's done the move that he wants to do, or like 2 seconds beforehand, and then you save a bit more time because you can't pause the game as it is. That buys you a little bit of time at least. At least he moved, but it seems... Okay, there he is. Oh! That was not too lucky for Crimdrac. Just did a charge here and just ran right into a trap, so didn't do any damage. Too bad for him, since the Marauder has this neat little bonus that if he actually manages to do that, do a charge or do an ambush, he gets plus 20% extra damage for that turn. It's called Norse Charge. It works on ambushes too. Although many people don't... Yeah, okay, at least this guy is moving. He could definitely reach the warrior, no? It doesn't have too much movement, but... Can at least reach the captain. Wow! That's so lucky! That's so lucky! 86 damage, and that really hurts. But he was really lucky hitting that as well. He saw that. It's not like it's gonna be much of a threat to this captain here onwards. And another marksman cycling in their damage. Too bad. It doesn't look like it's that... there are different stairs in this game leading up to buildings like that, but they need to be a bit more open, the buildings. I don't think he can actually reach up. He can probably go halfway up those stairs, but not further than that. You could engage with the Ogre though, in the case spawn. The case spawn is just sitting there waiting for something to go into him, and he cannot disengage, so... I guess it's good of Crimdrac to look at the minimap. Really needed to move that unit, you know, the one that he didn't move at all, because now he's just stuck in the top left corner side of the map. Like, what is he gonna do there? I don't think this causes an all-alone check either, because the Marauder is technically not in combat with the captain here. And shouldn't the Marauder be a priority? I think so, since he bypasses the parry, but that greatsword is very unlikely to... First of all, 47% chance to hit, and then you have to bypass the parry to do anything, and you only get one attack a turn, so it's not going to be too much of a threat here. It's not like the captain is going to go into a dodge stance. So you should focus down on the Marauder. Has to be careful though. 19 morale left. So what is Harold thinking? Is kill off Pinky? Maybe Hole-Poker is AFK as well. No wonder these games take such a long time, guys. Come on. There we go. A bit of damage. Actually a pretty sweet dodge roll here. Using flee to get away. Maybe he'll cycle in someone else. Or maybe he's thinking about his objective here. I see he went right into... has lost 200 wounds exactly now. Lost 160-ish. I mean, you can go up the stairs and... Okay, that's a warrior. That's for a moment it might be the captain, but... Could do that. Could also... Go and support the Magister. Like, run away. Like, don't take this fight. Like, look at the... Yeah. Okay, at least he failed the terror test, so he's not immune for the next round, but... See, this is the thing. Like, he only has white armbands, and doesn't seem like he has an arm mutation. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, no arm mutation, because you don't see a poison check coming up. Wow, sidestep, that's good. But it doesn't do enough damage. How nice of Hole-Poker to let Pinky go. But it's probably for a greater cause. Yeah, go to the window. Slightly left to the window. There is a much better shooting position from the window. There we go. Another. No, don't do a hand shot. Do one shot and at someone. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter who. Great. Can you reload for free? Yeah, you can. Do an aim. Aim. 71% chance. You greedy bastard. You would have hit with an aim. All right. All right. Yeah, you don't have to worry about dodge. No one is going to come after you, I think. Unless you're... Yeah, I mean, if you were a marked of death character, then you would... He wouldn't have fled from you. Wow! Yeah, it's really picking up a lot of gold and stuff. Let's be sure it doesn't run into one of Hole-Poker's units. You know... The bottom left team here for Hole-Poker, where are they? Like, do you see them on the minimap? Where are they? They are somewhere, and traditionally, most players tend to move from the lower left position towards the wagon. So maybe he's moving towards Crimdrac's wagon. He's not gonna pick up, you know, the idol because he wants to get the marked of death done, but... Yeah. No units spotted so far. Alright. It's not like he has another target anyway. He cannot disengage from this, so kind of have to attack the warrior. Even slicer triggering. That's nice. Ah, Warlock. Alright. Yeah, and you can see the boat in the background. This is definitely the lower left corner of the screen here. This is one of the hidden units. The other two are the 244s, I assume. Are we gonna see a lightning strike coming in here? How high of a level is this Warlock? I guess that surprises Crimdrac to see a Warlock here. But he's not alone, is he? You saw that there was at least 5 stones, I think. 4 or 5 stones in the bottom left corner, and he's picked up all of them, and I don't really think that this warlock has 9 strength, so there is at least one other unit here. Trying to look for a shooting position here from the chaos spawn. That could be risky. Sometimes when you stand in elevation and or around the corner engaged to one another, it could be that they're both disengaged at the start of the turn, so they don't count as engaged. Then you could just, if that's the case here with the chaos spawn, you could just move back and maybe even kill Anders Stannard. So he has to be careful. Doesn't want to stand behind him forever. You can really see that the Wordstone Horns are working out great for Billy the Goat. But I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Whatever names people want for their characters, it's their thing. 11 Wordstone claimed. Even 12 Wordstone claim now. Yeah, why attack Flem the Fifth? I don't get it. Because of the purple greatsword? I guess so. At least Annie took it. But that means that the next kill, then Crimdrac could rout. I know Magister could have a pretty decent leadership here, but you could always voluntary route at that point. And while I don't think that players like Crimdrac did that in the beginning, I know that Ragnarokos certainly didn't do that against me. I think players are more aware of doing voluntary routes now, because it's been talked a lot in the Discord chats. Oh, good lord, Crimdrac! If you have a purple leather armor and you're not using it, like why? You know, give it to the Magister. He can cast without a problem in a purple leather armor. Or give it to one of the Dark Souls, like your high level Dark Soul. Just do something with it. It's not like anyone can loot your purple light armor anyway. Yeah, it could be stolen, but yeah, that's just bad luck, man. That's bad luck. It's actually so that it's a bit... I'm not sure how it is with... it's one or the other, but one of the kinds, either the shop or the items that you get from a map, and I think it's actually the shop. I think it's weighted in your advantage. So when it comes to the map, you get randomized items, but when it comes to the shop, you tend to get more of the items that you can actually use. So for example, you saw he picked up a blue halberd here, another weapon that he cannot use, Crimdrac. But I think he will find very few halberds turning up in the shop. He will most likely see more armbands and stuff like that in the shop as it turns around. Yeah, Billy the Goat is gonna die. Can't you just feel it? Yeah, Hole-Poker would have loved the purple longbow. Would have been perfect for his marksman. I don't think that Youngbloods can use it. So far, it doesn't seem like Crimdrac is putting up much of a fight. Nothing is really that hurt for Hole-Poker. Sure, the Ogre has taken a hit or two, but... oh wow, yeah, 32%. on the fear test. He's gonna have minus 30% hit chance now, and yeah, he's definitely gonna die. Yeah, I don't think he has more attacks after this, but the warrior can probably finish him off. Crimdrac eyeing the voluntary route. I think that's a clear indication that Crimdrac is very well aware that he can voluntarily route at any point as soon as he drops below the threshold here, and he's just ready to do that at any point. 3 attacks coming in. You know, he has to be careful here. He has a 7% chance to score a critical hit. It could happen. Doesn't happen now, but could happen. Who knows? 99. Yeah, that's not lucky. Ooh, it does happen. 16% stun resistance. That's lucky for sure. It's not like that Chaos Spawn is gonna live now. He's gonna die. Like Alfred Stannard here, who comes up, or Anders Stannard. I forgot which one is playing. I know that's both of the names. He's gonna kill him. Doesn't have any wounds left over. And there he is, the little warlock. Could do a decent amount of damage here. Seems to have a blue staff. Could really hurt him. Nice damage. Could use blood sacrifice to get weapon of destruction on yourself, and then yeah, the attack. That's bad luck. Thing is now, oh yeah, this also, yeah, not really going Crimdrac's way here, but that warlock is not alone, you know. Mage fight. Yeah, that's cool. So 20 wounds left remaining. What do you want to hurt? You know, it should probably hurt the ogre, but it's too late now. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. He can't kill anything here. He doesn't have any support. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Hole-Poker doesn't want to kill this Marauder. Since he delayed and passed on killing him with the warrior, that is. What can Anders Stannard do? Yeah, he could kill. Okay, he's gonna wait. I don't know why he's waiting. Like, you know that you're gonna get one more kill, Hole-Poker, and then it's not gonna be anything else. And if Crimdrac is this lightning fast on the trigger to the voluntary route, then you're not even gonna loot that character. Why step away from the window? Like, you had a good shot there. And that's the ogre, yeah. Minus 10% hit chance. Use aim. Use aim to make sure you hit. There we go. Make sure you hit. Yeah, Crim like this is not his roles. It's not like it's gonna matter, but I have to say that you see Hole-Poker's play a little bit, and you see Crimdrac's play. You can see that even if they had even warbands, you know, the same warband, or at the same power level, you could see that Hole-Poker would still win, and you know, that's why Hole-Poker has won every single game he's played so far too. He just plays better, and also has a mechanical advantage, of course. It's just making sure that there is nothing that Crimdrac can really do. Except taunting him into a mage fight. It's a mage fight coming on here. Maybe. Let's see if Hole-Poker accepts. He should accept. He has units behind this wall. Like, he has 2 units behind this wall, the 244s. They are there. So I have to be careful with the Magister. Hopefully he doesn't die. He carried a lot of gold and some 2 blue items that could both of them be useful to Crimdrac. Particularly the blue cloth and blue shield could both be useful for his Marauder, unless he dies. He doesn't seem to want to kill the Marauder. He could do it now. No? Why delay? Okay. Is he trying to cycle past the Dark Soul? Because, you know, I don't know if he's, yeah, there he is, like light armored warrior, probably a low level. I think. I don't think this guy is too high level. That's why he's been hiding out in this corner of the map. He doesn't need him and he doesn't want the units to die. Except the Magister happened to go out and challenge them. Gonna be an all alone test there. Okay, so he's at least level 3. Because he has 2 attacks with the mace. Has to be... See another warrior coming in, floating in even. 33%, nice. Yeah, he was definitely lower than level 3 then. Okay. Yeah, so it's the low levels of Hole-Poker, that's why he hid them away. Doesn't need them to win, just needs to get some XP on them. Yeah, he's definitely waiting out, but yeah, I don't know if Hole-Poker is aware that Crimdrac is just gonna voluntarily rout. Like you saw that he was eyeing that. He's gonna voluntarily rout as soon as a unit goes down here. And I'm not sure that Hole-Poker's actually picked up the valuable targets. I mean, he has 4-0 right now, but you know, yeah, we already know that he took his idol. You can see that on the minimap. If he doesn't have the little cross on the wagon, then you know it's taken. And you have seen that he had it on Anders standard here as well, so should have known that. At least your blue great hammer is safe. No one is gonna go and kill you now. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why he plucked his idol, like it doesn't matter. Why? Did he expect his wagon to be looted? Yeah. It depends on when you should take it and when you shouldn't. I leaned that for most of the time, you really shouldn't take it. But most of the time players do take it, and sometimes it ends up being a disadvantage to them. It's rarely an advantage. And there we go! Yeah, I'm gonna voluntary route here very quickly. Alright. Can you wait before you voluntary route? Yeah, so he didn't even get to pick up the stuff. Maybe that was exactly what he needed. 5-0. Got 182 gold at least for Crimdrac. That's nice for him. Congratulations to Hole-Poker and Crimdrac for finishing Division 1. Hole-Poker in 2nd place, Crimdrac in 12th place. But hopefully he can come up here and do something well in the next part of the league. And you can see that here we just switched to Tournament TV, and you can see Hole-Poker ended up in 2nd place behind Kiranpa. Of course, Hole-Poker have 4 games that he hadn't played himself when he entered here, including the 3 losses and 1 win, so he should probably have finished first in Division 1 then, if he had been part from the beginning. As I was saying, I hope that Crimdrac can step it up a little bit, and maybe he will do a lot better coming into the next part of the league here, and I think that's going to be the case. I mean, he needs to get more than 1 win, and I think he will do that. Hopefully his 2 PVs helps him. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you in the next chapter here, which is going to be the upper and lower division. It's going to be really exciting. See you then.